My number of the week is 32. And forgive me in advance for bringing in a personal number. But in light of the earlier discussion...
It's your birthday.
I wish.
I was going to say, you don't look a day over 30.
Getting older by the minute, gentlemen.
Sorry.
32 is actually the number of years that I've lived in this country, which is why I feel a little bit older when I say that. It's the number of the years that I initially studied here, then went to work, paid taxes, bought a house, paid it off, raised a couple of kids with very distinctive English accents, an English wife who puts up with me. Yet, it appears that this week, at least to many who were at a Conservative Party conference, including the Prime Minister, I'm a second-class citizen. Now you might say, well, it wasn't quite that stark. And you might say, there were political reasons for it, and you all very eloquently did so in the earlier item. But the fact of the matter is that it's not just policies that matter, it's rhetoric. Rhetoric can bring people together, and rhetoric can be very, very corrosive. And when you had a Home Secretary that stood up and asked for foreign firms to list their workers, if not by name, at least numbers, and presumably universities include, our firm, then it was like there's something wrong with having employees who don't happen to hold a British passport, which I don't. For reasons I can explain, I kept my American passport. And when you have a prime minister who stands up and says, if you call yourself a citizen of the world, you're a citizen of nowhere. You've just been erased. If you dare say, I don't just simply think in an English or British point of view, I can both live here and actually have a perspective which I think benefits because I come from a different background. Now it may be that there isn't a move on immigration legislation that affects me personally. I've dug in too many roots probably to be dislodged or thrown out. But I wonder if for those people who haven't been here for 32 years, who are just starting out, whether they come off so lightly. Even if there isn't legislation which bars them, there is now rhetoric. There's now a clear impression which is left that you are only tolerated in this country, and that at any point that toleration could end. And given that I have taken great pride in coming to a country where I could send my children to school with people from many different backgrounds, many different faiths, where I can work at an institution and flourish at one with people from many different backgrounds, with many different perspectives, including the people that are around this table right now. And that I took pride in a country which supposedly was one that was going to open itself up and progress rather than turn itself inward in an introspective, nasty, almost expurgation of values, then that is something that the number 32 leaves me with regret on this occasion.